Now for a check of our weather here at home, let's go back out to Bryan Scofield standing by with your 13 first alert forecast. Brian.
Right, after we dodge a few more thunderstorms, we're going to be talking about heat the next few days and big heat too. I mean, not unusual for this time of year, but certainly above normal. So 98 degrees right now. We will be praying for this kind of weather. Look at that, 98. We'll be like that in the next few days. Winds out of the east-southeast, so we're still getting that southeasterly flow that has propelled the humidity levels up to the double digits and then some. So some areas are very moist out there. Peak gusts today, we're talking peaking really at 31 miles per hour, but most areas staying in the 20s. So nice little breeze out there as well. Once again, the dividing line, all the heavy moisture out toward the east, that's where the thunderstorms will move around on. But right here, not so much across the valley. We're not anticipating much. And you can see as we put it in through this evening, it looks like we will stay relatively dry compared to other areas, but it still will feel a little sticky outside because these numbers have come up from 4%, 3 and 4% that we've had the past few days. But here's the setup. Some thunderstorms once again down to the south, out toward the east, but nothing across the Las Vegas Valley at this point. And that's kind of what we're forecasting for tonight. We're not expecting any development. Isolated at best, and most of those are out of the area. We're talking about a dividing line that's essentially Colorado River Valley and eastward, maybe just a few brimming over that. But here's the setup for the next few. So we see dry air in place, drier air to our west, but it's going to push in for tomorrow and for the weekend, and that's what's going to push the big numbers up. I told you I'd show you neighborhoods are going to get very warm. Tomorrow's just the start of it, so a lot of 90s still, but we won't see that by the weekend. Everything's moving out of the area. You won't be seeing Beatty at 99. It'll be more like 103 to 105 for the coming weekend because we're going to see 110s here. We're just getting things warmed up, if you will, across the area. So Moapa, you're going to be pretty warm for tomorrow. Henderson, 106, 103, Sunrise Manor. Really, areas across the valley are going to start to see more triple digits and then some, closer to 110 by the end of the weekend. Here's the weekend in view, which we love to show you. There's your 110. End off the weekend right there, and then most temperatures stay pretty close to that number for a few more days before we see them come down again. So we're looking at some very big numbers there. And that's kind of almost a summer's last gasp, almost, before we start to cool things down even more over the next few days. All right, back to you.
Thanks, Brian.